you kind of mentioned this. So this is from Adam Schefter. So before free agency begins next week, here is Mike Evans. And the agreement is reported 2-year, $52 million, 35 of it guaranteed. Along those lines, this is from from ESPN, NFL's offseason best receivers available. So Tier 3 capable starters, free agents, Marquise Brown, Michael Pittman Jr., who still may get franchise tagged, Calvin Ridley. Possible cap casualties, Tyler Lockett, Mike Williams, average annual salary projections between $12 and $16 million. Tier 4 borderline starters, high-end backups, free agents. They have Odell Beckham Jr., Tyler Boyd, Gabe Davis, who we've talked about before, Darnell Mooney, Marquise Valdez-Scantling, possible cap casualties, Michael Gallup, Alan Lazard, and Michael Thomas. Average annual salary, $5 to $9 million per season. So they don't have any of Tier 1 or 2 available. That would have been Mike Evans, T. Higgins. One's been franchised, one's been signed. When you look at those, Pittman makes sense, but you keep hearing more and more that he's going to get franchise tagged by the Colts.
Yeah, I think the one name that I've heard a lot is Gabe Davis. I don't know that he really excites me. He doesn't feel like the answer. I think if you do a cursory search on Bill's Twitter, you'll see a lot of Buffalo fans are probably ready to part ways with Gabe Davis, right? So I don't think he is necessarily the guy. Of course, like the Odell Beckham Jr., the possible reunion, that's always interesting. I don't think they would go that route right now. Mike Williams is an interesting name. I think the Browns have gone against him, and he's given them some trouble in the past. And I think that's a guy who would bring something a little bit different. But yeah, overall, it's just tough right now because you look at those list of names and you're like, okay, these guys are probably gonna get franchise tagged or they're gonna sign an extension because that's kind of how it's gone with the top flight guys. So I don't know, Tyler Boyd maybe, if you want to break up that Bengals receiving core a little bit since you can't get T. Higgins. But again, I don't know that that's a guy that you look at him and you're like, okay, he's number 3 in that room with Cincinnati with the 2 guys ahead of him in T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. I don't know if it would have the same impact in Cleveland, what he does down in Cincy. But maybe you'd break up that Cincinnati receiving core a little bit. That couldn't hurt.
Yeah, none of those are the slam dunks that the Browns are probably looking for if they're going to spend in that.